Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Mech Merlin stream. I see a CP the Brick, Crosswind, and Jordan Does Keeps. Thanks guys for joining in so early. As you may have noticed, I did not do a group buy stream yesterday evening. For those of you here in the United States, yesterday we were watching the Super Bowl, so I went over to a friend's house and I was like, hey, I'll stay for some festivities after the game. And one thing led to another, and before I knew it, it was already 10 p.m. and I was like, well, crap, I missed my stream. So let's see. I see a lazy accountant joining in as well. But as you guys can see from the stream title, today we are building the Great Sword from 0G. Yeah, so if you guys remember, Click-Clack's done quite a few great boards lately, such as the Vertex Arc 60. I believe the SPV1 is also being sold on their site, and quite a few others. So yeah, this is the Great Sword. I believe it's a $450 board. So I do have a review unit, so it's a little bit different from the actual production grade. We'll talk more about that as we assemble the board. But yeah, you have your choice between Ash, Scarlet, Midnight, Frost, Hybris, which is the one I got. And as many of you know, I can't actually see this color. I know that it's purple, but I can't exactly describe the type of purple that it is. I do wish that they would have sent me Excalibur, just to fit with the theme of this channel and the theme of my character, I guess. and you do have your choice between hot swap and soldered PCBs, and your plate options are FR4, PC, and aluminum. So when I did unbox this a few days ago, I made note that it was very similar to the Vertex Arc 60, along with the gasket socks and like stuff that they did. So I was thinking that maybe I'll build this without foam, the same way I did my Arc 60. And I think I'm still going to do that. I did mention that I was gonna originally build it with Durock palms, but I realized I only have 70 Durock palm switches. So instead of that, I'm going to be building it as follows. We'll be building it with the Keebio Tropical Waters. So this is a 68G spring with long pole, nylon bottom housing, and polycarb top housing. I've been told that this one sounds very similar to matcha lattes, if you guys know about those switches. And I'll be topping it off with another purple keysat. Since I can't see it anyway, why not embrace the purple? We'll be doing it with Cannon Caps Earl Grey Lavender. But yeah, as usual, I like to pre-populate my PCB with stabs, OwlLab stabs, and this is a hot swap build, so technically shouldn't take too long, but I've said that before. We have a few plates to choose from. What do you guys think I should use? Should I use the PC or the FR4 for this? Lots of flex cuts. Yep, the PCB has lots of flex cuts. Well, yeah, because the PC plate is already so flexy, there are only vertical flex cuts. The FR4 plate, however, has the flex cuts. And it's FR4, which I'm actually glad, just because, as you guys know, I don't like really flexy boards. So FR4 is flexy, but definitely not as flexy as this. Like look at that. Watch that flex. This one does not flex. Or it flexes very little. It looks like I'm just gonna have just barely enough switches Nice. Yeah, most of my builds are like 65s, so whenever I buy switches, I only buy up to 70. But I think right now, like the current meta is like TKL, so I should probably start buying up to 90 or even 100. Did you manage to get a review unit for the new Tofu? Mine is on the way. It is going to be a dark gray unit. There we go. Comrade executed the camera command. Nice. Yeah, I have the same camera bodies now. Makes the color matching so much easier. There we go. 3 switches to spare. So nice setup. Been looking into camera lately. Yeah. Yeah, like I would say, I don't know. I feel like I did downgrade the top camera because I used to have an A6600, which is their top of the line APS-C sensor for Sony, and this one's supposed to be like the budget vlogger mirrorless camera, but the colors were just so much nicer and it did not overheat. Isn't that satisfying though? Well, here's the thing. I won't know until I've started typing on it to see if any of these switches are broken. And it does happen. It does happen. Right, now we are going to put the gasket socks on. Where did I sell my used camera? I might need to do the same something later this year. Thankfully, my local camera shop has a used equipment area, which you can buy and sell them. So this guy, the one up front, I bought this new. This one I bought used. Like, I started off with an A6000 face camera, and that thing I bought for like 120 bucks because it was like, it was wrecked, man. It was like scratches all over, and the LCD screen had like a small crack, but I was like, yeah, whatever. I'm not using the LCD screen. A5100, that's actually a camera that I kind of want to own just as a walk-around camera. But Comrade questions, why specifically the A5100? Been thinking about doing some stream. Okay, there we go. I'd caution you that the A5100 will overheat. That's the thing. Even if you use like a dummy battery and stuff, it will overheat. Just because those were like one of like the smaller cameras that Sony started doing. But it was designed before vlogging, before streaming became really popular, you know? That's unfortunate. I kind of want to get into it, but I can't really justify the prices. I would say get an A6000. That one that one overheats too, but it doesn't overheat as fast as the A5100. Stacy, thanks for joining in. You know what? I have yet to join one of your streams. I feel like every time you're streaming, I'm either like eating dinner with my family or like out. There we go. We got all the gasket socks in. I think we're good. With 4 extra. Let's see, the Canon line also caught my eye, especially the old. Yes, actually, Comrade, if you talk with Starfire Penguin actually uses those Canon cameras for her stream, and it looks really good. I think like the only thing that she's ever complained about was some autofocus issues, but you know, I've watched her a few times and I don't ever notice it. Stacy says, sorry, yeah, I stream around dinner time. Oh yeah. Well, maybe I will watch you while I eat dinners next time. Been using webcam for some streams. Yep. Yeah, Southern California. There we go, where it can get really hot. Oh, interesting. No, you must have good cooling in your room. Okay. Go. So yeah, this is what I was talking about, guys. It kind of reminds me of how the Vertex Arc 60 comes together. There's this middle layer here, which is where you put the PCB and all that. So very similar to the Arc. Phone still a prisoner as my overhead camera, says Novak. Nice. Well, you know, people say that phone cameras these days are just getting so much better that unless you buy a truly high-end camera, it's very hard to tell the difference. That color's gorgeous. I wish I could see this color. I am colorblind to purple. To me, this just looks like blue. Yeah, my cat's name is Sushi. Well, I have two cats. One is named Sushi and one is named Miso. I've never experienced purple. Yes, I have never experienced purple. What about the Twitch purple? I found out it was purple because I was on someone's stream and they casually mentioned it and I was like, wait, it's purple? What the heck? I keep saying one day I'm going to like design a GMK key set with colors that I cannot see. Then I'll be like, okay, all proceeds from this GMK set will go to the colorblind society or like something like this. Is it just purples? Purples and let's see, some variants of like. So neon green to me looks like yellow. You must have been super confused when you saw GMK purplish. I wouldn't say I was confused. I was more like, well, I can't appreciate it. Wait, what color are these switches right now? These are orange. No, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. These are green. It's only purple that I really can't see. When I ran GMK Merlin, I totally should have like wrote like the IC and like the group by being like, I picked my favorite colors, orange and green to represent GMK Merlin. Stacey says you got me. Please run switches with colors Merlin can't see. Yeah, you could almost type on it like this without the bottom. I wonder if that would sound good. Not having the bottom. Oh wait, you do need the bottom because that's where the daughter board connects to. That color is so nice. Stop saying that! You guys make me feel bad that I can't see it. You should make me feel so bad. I want to chop something with it. Night Go. I like that mint purple combo. You're being ableist. Yeah, Night Go. I can't see purple. I'm partially colorblind. That's what started this whole conversation of Merlin being colorblind. Yeah. I know it sucks because I know there's like so many key sets that are like purple and like everyone's like, oh, this is the best ever, and I look at it and all I see is blue and I'm like, oh well. Is this blue at least an attractive blue to you? So here's the thing. I can tell when something is purple because it looks like a weird blue. So this looks like a weird blue to me. The only purples that look like really good to me are the ones that are super dark. Because then that one looks like a dark blue, which I really like dark blues. Wow, so pretty. I know, right? Yeah. Yeah, thanks for making fun of my disability, guys. No, I'm kidding. Totally kidding. I am not offended in any way if people like, poke fun at my inability to see color. I'll just cry myself to sleep tonight. No big deal. Hey, Eve! Good to see you again! Or, good to see you in chat, at least. It's just the best timing. Someone should screen cap that, or like make like a clip of that. Karaoke reunited, oh gosh. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So I think this hole needs to be a little bit bigger because right now it's so small that you actually do need to bend this a little bit. Well, let me do that. Merlin is dope. No, I'm not. Stacy is the one who's dope. What does Grimace look like to you? Who is Grimace? What is Grimace? Oh, whoops! I forgot this. Put the screws there. That is a I don't know what royal purple looks like. The purple potato looking. I grew up in Taiwan, so we may have different mascots. What have I done? Everyone's making fun of my disability. You guys are so mean. I'm kidding. You're missing out on some good ube. Yeah. I think my parents found out really quickly. Because, I'm Filipino and ube is such a staple in Philippine culture. For the fact that I couldn't see it, Is Jollibee Taiwan? No, Jollibee is Filipino. We don't have any Jollibees in Taiwan. You can speak Chinese? Yes, I can speak Chinese. You're like, ube is blue. Yes, actually, ube is blue to me. Good thing Jollibee is red. Eve fell into it too. Andrew Second says, Ni hao. Yes. Oh gosh, when I was in Arizona, I was singing like Jay Chou songs with Stacy, and oh my god, it was all in Mandarin, and I've forgotten most of the lyrics, and I've also forgotten a majority of my character. So I was like, what was that again? What was that again? That was like definitely one of the highlights of Arizona. It's okay, I'll carry that. Nice. Oh my gosh. Be happy, says Karo Kiki. Okay, so I may have been distracted. I just realized that even though I put this together, I realized that I actually need to screw it in like this. So hold on, let me. How do I put this board together? If the screws are over here, it's like I need to put it in through there. Okay. Gosh. Just mumble the whole song like what Jay Chou did. That's actually true in so many ways. Oh my gosh. Okay. So you guys see for the PCB there are these extra large holes. That's where the screws go in. Mac Merlin, no! I'm not. Any flex cuts on PCB? Yes, lots of flex cuts on the PCB. And if you pick the FR4 plate, you have flex cuts on the plate as well. If you pick the PC plate, since it's already uber flexy, you won't get any flex cuts. Flexy. Screwless tool. J Chow and Royal Purple. Okay. One last screw. Next time we're at a Keep Meet together, we should all... Stacy! Why would you do that to me? Oh my gosh. Well, actually, it doesn't matter, because if we're at a Keep Meet and we have karaoke afterward, it's going to be dark anyway, so it doesn't matter. Wow, you guys are just trolling me. Okay. There we go. It's all together now. Let me just plug it in and make sure it works. So it's funny because this is Click-Clack is only the second vendor to ever send me a board in purple. The first one was Mechanisk with their Fiel R2 or something. And the thing is, Mechanisk knew, so I suspect he was trolling me as well. Wow, why hide that sick weight? Doesn't make sense. Do a cutout on the bottom case. You should request no purple boards. Please, no purple board. Well, you know, it's funny when they do send me a purple board, okay? Because people are like, haha, Merlin, you're disabled, haha. As both Stacy and Nine Gogo and Eve pointed out. Do I have any purple? Yes, I do actually. In fact, I'm putting a purple key set on this. Okay, all keys work, perfect. So yeah, earlier I was talking about... At the start of the stream, I said I was going to use Cannon Caps Earl Grey Lavender, and my question was, does this match the purple of the board? Because I just know that it's a lighter purple, but I don't know if it's a good match, and people seem to say no. So I still can't tell. So this could look completely ugly. See, Stacy says no, Ko says no. Okay, well, okay, I'll ask you guys. What's a good key set that matches with this then? See, we have a first-time chatter saying absolutely not. There's totally different worlds of saturation. Black on white. Black on white. Do I have a spare black on white set? Black, I don't have black clothes. I do not buy purple sets if I can help it. Oh, how about Sugar Plum? Cannon Cap Sugar Plum. Maybe that. No, actually, I would prefer to use a cherry set rather than a CXP set. Cannon Caps Esper. Esper is currently on my Z67 Yun. Sweater Weather? Oh, really? Would Sweater Weather work on this? Let me look at what that looks like again. Sweater Weather would be so cute. So yeah, there we go. That's Sweater Weather. Maybe. Yeah, let's try that. I think that is a key set that is currently not being used. GMK Star. GMK Striker. I don't have GMK Striker. GMK Mudbeam. I don't have Mudbeam either. Here, let's see if I can find Sorter one. What pitches are these? These are Tropical Waters. They are a nylon bottom, PC top, long pole palm stem. Are those tequila bottles? No, they are port bottles. There we go. Yeah, I think that would match. But honestly, I don't really know. GMK Regal would be perfect. I'm assuming GMK Regal is the purple set. Let's give it a try. With Sweater Weather. I don't know. I don't know. ATL Dreams, I can't actually see purple. I'm colorblind to that color. A lot of people have come in and been like, whoa, that purple is so good. And then I'm like, well, I wish I could see it. Is it like yes. Well, it's different shades of blue depending on the shades of purple that it is. It's not always like the same blue that I see. Merlin would put Klein blue. Actually, that is a key set that I would like. KBD fans did say they were going to send me some key sets along with the Tofu 2.0, so we'll see when that comes in. Got one of my friends into the Keep hobby and he's colorblind to everything but purple. I got him GMK dots for his first keycap set when he bought his white purple QK65. There we go. So another person who's colorblind in our community is Quakums of Top Plaque fame. He is the quote-unquote creator of Holy Pandas. He is worse than me. I can see colors that he can't see. So yeah, going along with the colorblind set, we've talked about collaborating and like making one. Yeah, he can't see let's see. He mixes up green and yellow, purple and blue, red and orange. Oh my god, do it. It would be terrible. It would just be so bad. Okay. Good evening, karaoke. Oh my gosh. Don't spread those rumors about me. There we go. Okay. Let's see, first time chat. Hey Merlin, I started following because I was watching your vlog, but I've been really bad start with the custom build I designed. I have a QMK working on it, but VIA doesn't recognize it. The website recognizes my board's name when I authorize the but it never actually loads in. The app doesn't load the board at all. Do I need to integrate? Sparky, if you wouldn't mind contacting me on Discord for some help for this. As you can see, I'm currently in the middle of a build, but I will definitely help you. Just make sure you message me on Discord and I can help you after this stream. But here we go. Let's whoa. It is suddenly not working. Imagine a windbreaker set. It is suddenly not working. I just literally tested it working. What happened? Really? It ceased functioning. So here, this was right before I put the keycaps on. Okay, time to open it up. See what happened. See what happened. I probably I don't even know. I don't even know. What the heck? JST probably shook loose when pressing down and putting on keycaps. Maybe. Hard to really know until we take it all apart. Let's see. Hopefully I can remember where those holes were. Oh, here it is. Does your head ever get hot inside your hat? Only during the summer. Like there was a summer, I think it was 2000, it was the summer of COVID, 2020, where we hit 116 degrees. Yeah. Everything was overheating. Like my cameras were shutting down 20 minutes into the stream. Let's see what else. I was overheating, the cats were overheating. So I was like, okay, I can't stream this week. Yay. And we are good. Okay, let's test it one more time to make sure that the keys work. Don't want to take it apart again. It's such a hassle when it's a board that's like seamless design. Come on. Oh my gosh. This is so annoying. There we go, there we go. Okay. Whew. And finally do a typing test. It's very muted. I was, well, my original plans was to use Durock Palms because I had a feeling it would be muted. So, to be honest, I'm a little bit disappointed with the sound. I was hoping it to be a little bit more higher pitched. Maybe if I'd put in like the PE foam, then I would have gotten it closer to the sound that I wanted. But it's not a bad sound. It's just not what I expected, and that's what disappoints me. I think it's the FR4 plates that's making it muted. Any chance of adding PE foam for a future sound test? Maybe. We'll see. Like usually if I don't like the sound of a board, I tend to rebuild it later on down the line. I just don't know if I'll rebuild it in time for the February 16th group buy. Let's see, Punkshoe says Aflion thick housings do seem to have a deeper, more muted sound signature too. Yeah, I'm actually glad that I didn't go for the PC plate, because if I'd done that, this would have been even more muted. Stompy says, thanks, I know it'll probably sound just like every other PE foam, but I'd still be interested in hearing it. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see when it happens. So yeah, I was actually hoping that this board would, you know, be one of my favorite sounding TKLs, because I like how this guy looks. It's very nice looking. I like the chamfered edges and all that. When I first unboxed this, I actually mentioned that it kind of reminded me of the Blade 65 and the Blade 60 from KBD fans. At least from the sides like this guy right there. Here, actually let me pull out the Blade 65. Blade 65, right there. Is it kind of like, you guys see that? Kind of a very similar side profile. I'm not saying that it's exactly the same, but it's kind of like the same design language. Yeah, this one's pretty muted too. Yeah, except the thing with the Blade 65, it's not very like consistent chunkiness. Like that's actually one of my biggest gripes about the Blade. Earlier, Novocaine was talking about how you could only see the brass weight from the internals, and it even had like a design on it, which makes sense. See, when you look in the back, you don't really see any of it. But here, I did say this is a review unit. So what you saw me build tonight is a close approximation to what it's supposed to be. But here, let's go look at some of the changes. Let's see, weight and logo changes for group by original version bottom design. We have adopted an independent counterweight design, and the bottom is the CNC logo. Okay. And the logo at the bottom has been designed as through-weight so that users can see the overall look of the keyboard with the through-weight logo on the bottom. So you see this logo right here. Gosh, that's hard to see, but there we go, there we go. That logo, the 0G logo, you will see the internal brass weight through that. That's what they meant. Changes to the PCB on the group buy. Review units, such as the one that I have, do not have VIA support right out of the box. But for group buy units, customers will receive the PCB with VIA support on day one and will be automatically connected without a JSON file. Good to know. Let's see, also the review unit uses an older firmware not optimized. For group buy units, PCB will have the newest firmware ready with optimizations. Color changes. For the group buy, the color ash will have a different coating than the review units. 0G wanted a better coating for the ash color, so they'll be working with manufacturer to have a better color finish that can represent ash for the Great Sword TKL. Alright, I just noticed something, guys. So, for those of you who swap boards around a lot, it's a lot harder to insert your USB cable because you have to pull it all the way on the top, as this part right here blocks your view of the USB port. So not really a big issue, but if you're like in a hurry and stuff. You guys probably noticed during the build stream when I was like going back and forth that I had a hard time plugging it in. Okay, here, let's do another typing test. I'm just gonna do like a 50-word one. Still really muted. I agree with you. Yeah, that's not gonna change unless I change probably like the keycaps maybe, keycaps or the switches even. Yeah, like I said earlier, I was hoping to build this with Durock Palms. I was just 10 switches shy of a TKL. So yeah. But yeah, overall impressions so far. The board is beautiful, you know, but this is one of those boards that while I like its looks, I just can't figure out a good combination to make it sound great. In terms of feels, this is actually a pretty flexy board. Even with the stiffer FR4 plate, it's still pretty flexy, but not overly flexy. Like, you guys know that I don't like overly flexy boards, so this is still within my range of like preferences. Some people says tape mod. I was actually thinking about that. But we'll see, we'll see. I'd rather change like the switches first. But usually I don't know, like these are brand new switches to me too. These are the Tropical Waters. I've never typed on these before. But I'll give this like a few days. If I still like this by Thursday, I'll consider doing the tape mod. But if I hate it by Thursday, I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna switch out these switches. But yeah, let's see. Other things during the build process. The ESD protection sheet goes in between the PCB and the middle metal plate. I guess that's how you can call it. And it's definitely required because if you omit it, the screws will short the PCB. And that's why earlier, every time I tried to like put the board together, it wouldn't register. So definitely keep that in mind when you build this. I was hoping to have like a completely foamless build, but looks like that is a must-have. Let's see, other gotchas. Yeah. Let me show the back again. Yeah, people were complaining that you don't see the brass weight. The actual production unit, you will see the logo, or you'll see the brass weight come through the logo here, which in my opinion, I feel like this logo is too small. If they're gonna do that, they should definitely increase the size of the logo. And yeah, earlier I just mentioned it too, that I don't like the fact that the USB port is so recessed and it's hidden like that. I need to turn it all the way like this in order to get like a good view of it in order to plug this in. Yeah, just some minor annoyances with the build and with normal operation. Before we end the stream, I can at least test it with one Durock Palm. Will getting a higher pitch switch actually make it sound less muted? So this is Tropical Waters, Durock Palms, it's still muted. Okay, Durock Palms isn't gonna help. Aha, let's do this. So the OwlLab tungsten switches. Let's try this. These are pretty loud too. Pretty loud and pretty not muted. Okay, Tropical Waters. OwlLab tungsten. Yeah, that didn't really change anything. It's definitely the board. Definitely the board. Okay. So I will tape mod it. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. I will see you hopefully on Thursday. Have a good rest of the week, guys. Bye bye.